Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all sexualities and identities, and welcome back to another Doctor Who book review. And this time is The Big Bang Generation, a 12th Doctor novel like no other. There's gems, danger, and an archaeologist on the case. Oh no, not Professor River Song, but Bernice Summerfield. Now, for most of you out there who have no clue who Bernice Summerfield is, she's a archaeologist from the very far future who studied under River Song and has travelled with the Doctor on numerous occasions, along with other reasons they've travelled with the Doctor. The best way to get to grips with who Bernice Summerfield is, I would highly recommend checking out a lot of Big Finish and a few novels. Now, Bernice and her friends are the introduction to this story, and basically the rough gist is they go to this pyramid on this forgotten planet, and they find this gem stone in the middle of it all. And this gemstone is so powerful that it could destroy the universe itself. But on arriving, they find themselves competing between them and another crew of people who want the gemstone. But sadly for them, this becomes kind of a catastrophe as all of them get stuck in this entropy loop and cast all across their timeline. Bernice, however, because she has been with multiple versions of herself and knows how her life plays out, she has seen herself from birth to death in this kind of whole time storm, and it traumatizes her. But in the split moment of this happening, she has an encounter with being able to see the Doctor in a version of reality, but not the Doctor she knew, a Doctor from his point in time of the future. And the Doctor seems to have been doing his normal, everyday kind of dabble around the place. And so the Doctor, in doing so, tries to help Bernice once she splits herself into fragments. One of her still stuck in the time chasm, whilst the other one goes to explore around the universe. The one that has escaped, her and the Doctor go off into the universe and go to this amazing space nightclub to find out exactly what's happening, only to find out later that the professor who she was with is all the reason why this is all happening. Later down the line, we find out that the professor's link to the gemstone is that his great-great-grandfather had the gemstone hidden away after he stole it from a tribe halfway across the world. This causes this whole time rupture and this whole problem to escalate. And so the Doctor comes up with a plan. After helping the ancestor discover the gemstone, the Doctor pledges that hopefully they will leave it in one place in the 21st century in order for Bernice and her family to pick it up and steal it from a museum in order to return it to the temple, fix the problem, then return the stone to the original tribe. Now this almost works out until a giant pyramid comes cascading into Sydney Harbour and absolutely decimating everything around it. The whole floor starts to become lava and the city slowly becomes a cinder. But they manage to get the gemstone, close the pyramid once and for all, and then the Doctor returns the stone to the tribe in which it originally came from. Now, a stranger of the tribe who barely speaks throughout this whole story explains to the Doctor that he knew that he would come one day and that it was written that the Doctor would return the stone. The Doctor, confused, thinks that maybe this was a past incarnation of himself or a future one. He doesn't know. But overall, I think the Big Bang Generation is an absolutely fantastic 12th Doctor story. It really shows how he meddles and how the Doctor is when he hasn't got any companions with him. And for that reason, I'm going to give it a much higher score than Sting of the Zygons, and I'm going to give the Big Bang Generations a 10. A solid 10 out of 10. It's just brilliant. I'm speechless. So, for that reason, it's a 10 out of 10. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in another book review. Until then, stay beautiful.